Hey folks, welcome to this Master That Gear video. Today I'm going to be talking about this little Xvive U4 in-ear monitoring wireless system. Just a little background here, I've been a kind of amp on stage kind of guy, playing live for quite a long time. Obviously I use a Line 6 HELIX now, pretty mostly for all recording stuff and playing live, but I've still got like a monitor on stage so I can hear the guitar sound. The guys that I play with when I'm depping for the band Teannaich, they started moving to kind of monitoring through in-ears, so I thought I would do the same basically. So I've got myself some Sennheiser IE Pro 100 in-ear monitors that I plug into it, and then that goes straight to the desk. So I've got an XLR coming with the monitor mix into a little box in my belt, and then I've got the in-ears. So in a way I'm kind of tethered to the desk, and you know, it's a little bit kind of cumbersome feeling that there. Xvive got in touch with me and asked if I would like to demo some of the products. I had a look and I noticed, as I said, this U4 kind of wireless system, and I was like, yeah, I'm really up for that actually, because I've just, you know, started wearing in-ear monitors when I'm playing live. So they were very kindly sent me the receiver, and you know, I've got the transmitter here as well for the in-ear wireless system. So what I thought I'd do for a demo for this is, instead of, you know, just kind of using it here in the studio and talking about it, why don't I actually use it at a gig and see how it is in the real world. I'll take this, record some audio of you know, in the room, and then maybe the in-ear sound, and then I'll give you my thoughts and opinions about after the gig. Yeah. So let's go to the gig. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. That was a great gig I was doing with Teannaich at the Assembly Roxy for Edinburgh Ceilidh Club. So let me talk about setup wise what was going on there. So gigging with my Les Paul, that's going into my Line 6 HELIX LT. I've got a monitor on the stage from that, so I'm just hearing the sound of the guitar through a kind of on-stage kind of wedge, and then I've got my tone, basically my sound going to the desk. Then I'm getting a monitor mix back from the desk, and as you saw in the video, that was plugged into the transmitter here. Yeah, I kept it on a cable rather than plugging it straight into the desk, just to keep it nearby, just in case there was any issues with the wireless or anything, but I didn't have any issues at all. And the range in this is apparently about 90 feet. If there was an issue, I didn't have it at the gig where I needed to change the channel. For example, my mate in the band, his desk's got like, you know, kind of wireless kind of mixing, so you can adjust things with his iPad. So if there had been a clash there, I can very easily use this button here and just kind of change the channel, move it to channel 1, and I've got basically, what is there, 6 channels on there that I can choose. But I didn't have any problems with that. Then what I did is I got this cable and took the audio out from the receiver here, which would normally go straight into my in-ears. But I went through my Zoom H1N. So this was to capture the audio that was going to my ears basically. And then I've got a line out here that went to my in-ear kind of monitor so I could hear what's going on. The reason I was doing that is twofold. One, I could get a sound of the room just from my camera, and then I could obviously compare it with the sound I was getting in my ears. But I could also control the levels with the little level control in my H1 as well, so I wasn't clipping the audio, so I made sure the audio was kind of nice and the same level. Of course, if I was just running the in-ears, I've got a little volume control on here. It's really handy just to have that nearby. So as long as you've got a decent mix from the desk, you can control the levels here. So sometimes if you're wanting maybe a little bit more of the room and the sound of the room, you could let the in-ears out a little bit, jump up the volume in that and try and get a kind of mix that way. But I had them nicely pressed in. What I will say is I did add an EQ block onto my HELIX, so the tone that I'm getting from the guitar isn't as harsh. You probably know that if you use a modular yourself. What you hear coming through a speaker is different if you're listening to it on earphones. So I did some frequency cuts in that just to make the sound that I was getting in my ears a little bit kind of kinder to my ears. Now, whoever's running the sound can then adjust the EQ for whatever they want for the house sound, but this was on my HELIX, so I could effectively adjust my in-ear kind of sound just for the guitar. So battery life wise, no problem at all. The specs say the battery life in, you know, these guys is about 5 hours. I charged it before I went to the gig. I had the little kind of USB cable, the splitter cable. It's very easy just to plug it in. I had this on the whole time. It was fine. The gig was what, about 4 hours or something. That was on the whole time. This one I would switch it off. So when I had the break, went to get food at KFC, I just kept this on my belt, just switched it off, kept it in ears dangling, just went and got some food and come back for the second half of the gig. If you were doing something the whole day, because it's a USB charging, you could take a little battery pack or just plug it in if you've got a socket and charge it up, no bother at all. Latency wise, 5 milliseconds is the specified latency in this, and that is the equivalent of you basically being like 6 feet or just under 2 meters away from a speaker. So effectively there is no latency for the human ear and brain, and there was no problem with that at all. I didn't have, even though I was going through a HELIX, a modular and a wireless system, I didn't feel any kind of playing latency or any kind of weirdness. I mean, you will know instantly if there's a little bit of delay between what you're playing and what you're hearing, but there was none of that at all. So overall I was really happy with how it went at the gig. It's really easy to set up, you know, as you saw in the video, just plugged it in. Obviously I had this slight extra thing because I wanted to record the audio, but if I was doing an actual gig it would have just been earphones straight in, that plugged into the sound from the desk, and that's sorted. So I want to say a big thank you to Xvive for even considering me to do a demo for some of their stuff. It's really well made. This is a good sort of quality product. You can check out more information in the video info below in the link, and you can also get access to, you know, if you want to buy one, if you want to check it out for yourself. Price wise, it's about $229, about 179 quid for basically the transmitter and receiver, which is really a good value when you think about it if you compare it to other kind of wireless systems. And of course you're getting the quality sound with it, and it's, you know, not much to kind of set up. So you can check that out. If you're interested in the band I was playing with, Teannaich, check out their website. The guys are great, amazing musicians, and I've been depping with them for decades now. But they do the kind of monthly gig at the Edinburgh Ceilidh Club, which is at the Assembly Roxy. So if you're ever in Edinburgh and there's a Ceilidh Club on, go and check it out because it is a great night, especially if you're up for like some traditional Scottish dancing, but with maybe slightly non-traditional music. So you can follow me as usual in the usual places: Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. If this is your first time here, like what you see, you want to subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and you'll get kind of more updates when I ever upload a video, but you've got access all to the kind of Master That Riff series, Master That Soul series, all the kind of lessons I do on YouTube. And if you want some extras, you can come and check out the Master the Guitar Patreon, where you'll get access to animated tabs, guitar profiles, backing tracks, HELIX patches for all the lessons that we do, exclusive Q&A, and loads of extra little things, exclusive lessons as well that you won't see on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, come over and check out the Patreon. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that was informative. If you found this video and you're thinking about getting a wireless in-ear system, I heartily recommend you check out the Xvive U4.